When you marooned me on that godforsaken spit of land, you forgot one very important thing, mate. I'm Captain Jack Sparrow. Savvy?
Hey, Liz here. So, hopefully nobody was too offended by my terrible British accent. Sorry about that. Today I'm going to be doing a Captain Jack Sparrow Halloween costume tutorial, but you're probably thinking like, girl, cool hair. How am I possibly gonna look as cool? I don't have that hairpiece that you're wearing. Fear not, guys, I made this and it's so easy. So you just need some black yarn, and you're going to cut a long piece that is 4 times longer than you want your piece of hair to be. We're going to fold it in half, and then later we're going to fold it in half again. So just make sure it's long enough. You're going to put those together, and you're going to start twisting opposite directions. One hand going backwards, one hand going forwards. You'll see here in a second. And you're going to do that 15 to 20 times, and then you're going to fold that in half again, and it's going to twist together and form a little dreadlock. And then you're going to tie a knot in the end to keep it together. And would you look at that, you got a dread. Now do that like 10 more times, and then I just hot glued it to a random red piece of fabric that I found in my house. I put the knot at the top where the dab of glue is, and then I just hot glued over top of that again to secure it. And I'm going to take that off because it's kind of hot. I'm going to take off my eyeshadow from earlier in the day, and I'm going to mix up some foundation. I just used my normal foundation plus a little bit of brown cream paint to make it dark, to make me look tan like I live in the Caribbean, like I'm a pirate of the Caribbean. And then I'm contouring the absolute shiznit out of my cheekbones and my jawline. He has a very prominent jawline if you look at a picture of him, so I'm trying to replicate that. And I'm going to go in with some black cream paint to further try to define that jaw. I'm just making a little fishy face and, you know, carving that out. It looks kind of dumb from the side, honestly, but from the front, and then when your hair's on top of it, you can't really tell, and it looks kind of good, I guess. Then I'm taking some black cream paint and putting that on my eyes and under my eyes, and I set that with a black matte eyeshadow. Then I'm going to line my waterline like I've never lined my waterline in my life, all over. And also underneath my eye, I'm just smudging some more eyeliner under there. You can never have too much eyeliner when you're trying to be Captain Jack. Then I'm going to take a disposable makeup sponge and pick off random little bits with my fingernails. You can use tweezers. I'm sure you've seen other tutorials on this, but just so the sponge is jagged, and so you can kind of tell there it's not flat anymore. And then I'm taking some red and brown water activated paint, and I'm dabbing on his sunburn spots. So you can see that in a picture if you look, but they're kind of like little V's under his eyes. Then I'm painting on little sunspots with brown paint, and just going back over that until I think it looks good. Also doing it on my forehead a little bit. Then I'm going to paint on his moustache. I'm just using a black water activated paint and just doing little tiny dashes that kind of replicate hair, just trying to make it look as hairy as possible. Going right up under my nose. Again, look at a picture of him so you can tell where the hair should be. He has a little bald-ish spot right in the middle, so I tried to leave that free of hair. And then I'm doing the little soul patch, same way, and the beard the same way. I'm also bringing that down onto my double chin because he has some hair that hangs down, and I thought maybe when my double chin hung down it would look like hair was hanging down, you know what I mean? I guess double chins are good for something. Then I'm just extending the mustache a little bit further. And then I'm using some makeup remover to take off a little bit of that paint on my chin so that I can put on some adhesive for his little braids that hang down. I'm using Spirit Gum, and while I wait for that to get tacky, I'm just painting on these really awesome eyebrows. I'm going to go to smudge it, and I completely mess it up, so then I'm like, what the frick ever, I'm just going to rub that into my actual eyebrows. I'm just using water activated paint again, that same black as we used for the facial hair. And then I'm going to stick on the little braids since the Spirit Gum is tacky. Those are also made from that same yarn. I just braided it and it was super easy. Then I'm going to put my hair back on. And I'm going to dirty up my neck and use reds and browns because he's kind of sunburned and dirty on his chest and neck. I'm using that same sponge that I used for the sunburn on the face and another yellow sponge. And look at him, we're done. That was super easy, and if you liked this, please give me a like and subscribe if you would like to. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!
Welcome to the Caribbean island. Why's all their gone?